Do you like the vapor production of an RDA, but you don't really like dripping? Well, I got your friend right here. This is the Aspire Atlantis. It has 4 different sets of air holes, or airflow. You go from your small airflow, medium airflow, bigger medium airflow, and finally you get your largest airflow. These are all good. I usually like to put mine at the second one because I still get the amount of vapor that I want and my nicotine dosage, because I don't like to do nicotine in my RDAs because it hurts. I get a really big throat hit and I'm not a fan of really harsh throat hits. I still like a throat hit, but only through a tank. So I'm going to show you how this works vapor production wise, and you think what you want to think. I like it a lot. I don't think people give it enough credit. For most of my friends, they're like, oh, that's small, but you gotta think, this is a tank. It's not a rebootable dripping atomizer. It's not a rebootable tank atomizer. It's not your little K-Fun shit. It's not that. Plus, this thing isn't very good. And this was putting out more than my K-Fun was. I think that this is a great tank. I'm going to get down and dirty with this thing so I can show you guys all the pieces. Let's get to it. Alright, so here we have our tank, 510 connection. There is your connection pin. Like I said, all different airflows. So they click into place, which at times I didn't really like, because if you don't tighten it down all the way, which I don't really like to do because sometimes it moves your center pin up. I don't really like to tighten it down all the way, so when I go to move it to the right, it would untighten itself. And it would come off of my mod a little bit, and I didn't really like that. But you can just tighten it down all the way. I don't really like to. But I will move to the left, and I will be impatient. Well, I will be patient enough to have to go through all different airflow settings just to get to the one that I want. So I'm going to take this part apart. Your coil, and it's the bottom. And it has a nice little rubber seal to make sure that there's nothing leaking and that you're really compact onto your glass. So that's really nice. Coil comes out by twisting it out. Now, if you compare this to pretty much any other coil, sorry, it's gonna drip a little bit because I had liquid in it. If you compare this to really almost any other coil that's in a tank, you will see that this thing dwarfs it. It's a very large coil for a tank, and the reason is it's got a very large coil in there. You can see the Canthal down there. I don't know if you can see it, so let me zoom in. So you can kind of see the coil in there, kinda. This thing dwarfs most coils that you see that go into tanks. So that's the bottom part. Here's this. Now you can take your glass out, but I still have liquid in this, so I don't really want to do that. These parts come undone. Now, I heard some rumors that this drip tip, I think it's what they call it, mouthpiece drip tip, is actually, I think, brass plated by something, and people are freaking out about that. I don't really care. I think if you're in vaping right now, you're kind of risking it anyway, because we don't know everything about this stuff, you know. It might turn out to be different. That's how science works. They say something's a certain way, and then 2 weeks later it's not that way anymore. I say vape at your own risk. I love it. I know that it feels a lot better than a cigarette. To me, I feel a lot better. But yeah, so that's pretty much everything that I can think to show you. I hope you guys like this, and tune in for more. And I'm gonna take a couple drags off of this, and you can enjoy. That's pretty much the review. Now, for people who use mech mods, mechanical mods, this might not be the best thing for you if you're looking for a tank. I mean, it's good, and I use it on my mechanical and it works fine. I know that once I put this onto a IPV where you can go to 40 watts, this puts out a lot more, even 30 watts. It can go about 40 watts or else you're going to get a dry hit on the regulated devices. I have no regulated devices right now, but my cousin has one, so he let me use it on that. It puts out a lot more vapor than even this. So, all in all, great tank. I love it very much. It's my dear friend right now, and it usually retails, I believe, around $39 to like $40-ish. You could probably find it cheaper some other places, but I don't like to buy cheaper stuff because a lot of times that means they're a clone, and most of the time the authentics are better than the clones, and clones are just a little bit not there. So just keep that in mind when you're looking up clone stuff. I like some of my clones because they're cheaper and they work almost as good. Thanks for watching the review. I hope you guys liked it. I hope I helped you at some little degree of knowing about this tank. I think you should definitely go and buy it. I think the proof is in the pudding. It vapes great, and really that's all it comes down to. You be the judge. Do you want to get nice clouds out of a tank? Or do you want to stick to your RDAs and, for one, not be able to really vape in public? Just saying. I don't like to vape in public unless it's a little more cloud. So, hope you guys liked the review. Please like, share, and subscribe to all your friends. And I'm out.